Rux studio here in our new retail corner.
Affectionately known as the lawn.
The
You can't see
yard.
that part, though.
Yeah,
It's pretty cozy.
we got some AstroTurf. It's very nice in here, and yeah, we're just gonna answer a few more questions on our Kickstarter. We're getting to the end of it here, I guess.
Yeah, today's the very last
Today's the
day.
day,
It actually ends on Pacific Standard Time at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning, but today is more or less the end of it, so there's about 18 hours left. And yeah, now's the chance to get amongst it. So we want to answer everyone's questions or just yap for a while about the campaign. It's been going pretty awesome so far.
Yeah, we've managed to break the 200,000 barrier, which is basically our goal. I think our goal was bare minimum 100. Now we've doubled it, so we're winning. And yeah, we get we've actually since we started, we've received the first we call it top of production. So we have the actual first of the 30-liter bags in our hands, and the rest will be here in August of the 30 liters, and then the 15 and the 50s will be here in March.
Yeah.
So if you selected a 30-liter, it's T-minus about a month.
They're en route
until we start shipping them out to you. So we had one question about color, and the time you choose a color is after the campaign. So I guess we'll be sending out emails.
Yeah, so 2 weeks after the campaign, we'll send out a post-campaign survey, and we'll double check that your shipping address is the same, that you get to choose what color you want, and that'll also be a last chance to do any add-on products that you might want with your order. And then we'll ship it out to you, or at least the 30-liter, if that's what you ordered. And then we'll do that same process again in the spring when the 15 and the 50-liter come, just in case you've moved since then or suddenly want to add some more Rux products to your order. We'll accommodate that at the time. So hold tight for the first 2 weeks just to make sure everyone's payments get in and that the campaign is all wrapped up, and then we'll send you that survey, and we'll be ready to ship almost right afterwards, because that'll be early August by then. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah. And on the note of choosing colors, very exciting day here the other day, because we actually received the first bronze color products. This is the 30-liter. This is what you can be expecting if you select that post-campaign here. I was just trying it out this weekend. Very nice. It's like a pop color, but a kind of sophisticated pop color, if you will. Same great features as we've added. Yeah, just love it. It's always the most exciting day when we get a new color we've been working on. We finally see the finished products, because often we don't get to see it until it's been produced. So there you go. That is the 30.
You're asking about color options, so that's our new color, and then green is, of course, part of it, our evergreen color, probably our most popular.
Yeah.
And then black as well, which you saw in the campaign, and we received samples of all of those. They're all looking awesome, and yeah, and then people were asking if there's a stretch color. There isn't as a part of this campaign. We had to keep it to a certain number of colors for our order, but do keep the suggestions coming, because every time we look for our next production run, we're always looking for the next color that you all want to see. So if you have a request, don't be shy.
Yeah.
The other thing I was going to add about the bronze is somebody was asking about the interior color. So if you are somebody who really wants the inside of your bag to be fairly bright when you're reaching in and packing, that might be your go-to, because the same color on the outside is what's on the inside. So it's a touch brighter on the inside of that color, if that's your jam. What do we have next? Do they float, Tony?
Do they float? Well, I haven't actually tried throwing one in empty and open. I have a feeling it would just sink if you did. But if it's closed and your stuff's inside of it and it's sealed up, then I think it would for sure float. It would actually, be a great flotation device in that scenario, given that it's a waterproof dry bag essentially. Yeah.
I'll grab this one. Where can I order from? So some of you have been having troubles with the Kickstarter campaign, but bear with us and with them. If you're from Canada, the US, or Europe, yes, you can definitely order and back this campaign. Some tips to try is logging out and logging back into Kickstarter. You can also check the ship to settings to make sure that it's chosen your location properly. Kickstarter seems to think everybody lives in Norway, which is not true. And try the desktop. It's been more reliable than the laptop. So if you're from any of those regions, 100% you can back this campaign. If you're from elsewhere, maybe drop us a DM and we can try and get creative, or at the very least, you can definitely order these products once they're available on our website once they arrive. But yeah, Canada, US, and Europe, don't fret. If you're having a problem, it will work. We will figure it out together.
All right. Weight capacity. Like all Rux products, I wouldn't recommend carrying more than 50 pounds. I've put that much into these bags and it can handle it. I think you could hurt yourself as much as you could hurt the bag. But there is probably some sort of limit. That said, yeah, I think you could fill it up with, well, this one's 30 liters, which is about 30 kilos, which is 60 pounds, theoretically. So give or take. Would I recommend you do that and try to carry it for long distances? No, but I think it's good for it, or it's up for it. So yeah, and then obviously the 50-liter bag will carry a lot more weight, and that will be fine. Yeah, no, I'm confident in the construction of these things and their weight capacity, but just don't hurt yourself.
I've definitely put a lot in the 50-liter. It's pretty easy to fill with stuff, but the big shoulder strap has been pretty clutch, and it's padded, and that new silicone grip is pretty handy. So, yeah, pretty psyched on it. Some of you had asked about, maybe I'll let Tony talk about the pockets, just how they work and what you can and can't do with them inside and out.
Okay. So the pockets don't close. The idea was that they would just be like a dump pocket. So this one is external, so really quick access. The internal pocket doesn't close, but it's also on the inside, so if you are putting your stuff in there and you want it closed, then you just close your bag. Also, I just wanted to point out this trick that I've been doing. I've discovered that another great way to carry your bag is not just pushing the entire top down inside. That's still like the traditional way and actually helps it stand even better. But if you want to, you can just roll the rim back like this, and it kind of creates a nice, you can actually have it at various levels here. So you can kind of have your own level of closure. Like now that's sealed but not hard to access. So that's been a fun little discovery. So if you have things on the internal pocket there, you can actually just grab them quite quickly, and it's quite secure.
That reminds me too, if you're looking to add more organization to the bag, we often use the Rux organizer panels as well. So they fit perfectly in the 30-liter, and the 15. And then, of course, the 50 is even bigger, so they fit fine in there as well. We sell those in pairs, and yeah, they're super good for daily tech or tools or bike tools, that kind of stuff. So I pretty much have one of those in my waterproof bag all the time. Which segues into the next question. Can I add other Rux products to my order? Yes, for sure. So right now, after you place your order, the next screen should take you to the add-ons, where there's a few other products that you can get on kind of a Kickstarter discount, even though they're not new products. They will complement your bag. And if for some reason you didn't do that or don't have time to do it now, you will get one last chance when we send you that survey after the campaign. So that'll be one last chance to add organizer panels or a soft cooler cube or some utility straps to go with your bag. And it just makes sense for everybody. You save on shipping and you get more of the ruck system if you do that. Maybe, Tony, that question about how it fits into the 70 and other parts of the system.
Yes. So yes, of course, they all fit within the 70. The reason it's now a 30 instead of a 25 plus liter bag is that we just added a bit of height. Now the bag, the top of the bag here fits just inside the lid, whereas on the old one it sat down just closer to the bottom of the rails. So by adding about 5 cms to the top of the bag, we've added about 5 liters. So yeah, and the footprint is the exact same, so it still fits perfectly half of a Rux. And the 15 liter is exactly half of a 30 in lengthwise, so it will also fit, and you can fit several of those up to 3, maybe theoretically 4, but like 3 comfortably inside of a Rux 70. And then the 50 liter also, actually the footprint of it fits inside of a 70 and leaves about 10 cms of space down the side if you needed to double down and put one of those inside of a 70 for some reason for additional waterproofness or whatever that scenario may be. It just fits perfectly inside. So yes, they fit.
Better.
Maybe even better. Yeah.
I can take this one about the shipping and tariffs. So yeah, for some of you, the shipping shows as an estimate. That's because it's an estimated currency exchange. So the shipping is not an estimate. It's $15 or $20 Canadian, depending on the reward you ordered. And the only reason it shows estimate is because that's the estimated conversion to your currency in euros or US dollars. So yeah, the shipping is more or less what you see there. And then duties is included for EU, but if you're in Europe outside of the EU, such as the UK, then you will likely encounter some duties. We've done our best to minimize it where we can. And then people have been asking about tariffs. We have factored that into the equation and are going to eat that on our end for the purpose of this campaign. So no concern for tariffs coming up in this first order, and just one more reason to get in on it early like you have. So good job, everybody. And for anybody else who's still thinking of joining, now is the time to jump in. If something completely crazy happens between now and the spring, let me look into that. But for now, we're good. And yeah, we're thrilled that we've been able to absorb it within our plan here. And then we already talked a bit about when they ship, but maybe I'll just reiterate that again because it's a popular question. So the 30 liters are coming in hot. They're already en route to us, and they'll be ready to ship in mid-August, and they're on schedule so far. And then again, the 15 liter and the 50 liter are our spring product. So we're placing the order basically as soon as this campaign ends, and we will have them completed and ready to ship to you approximately March coming up. And so if you ordered both, you'll have a split shipment, obviously. But we're thrilled. In the meantime, we've got a couple, so come visit us in Squamish, and you can check out the 15 and the 50 in person if you want. And the bronze colorway to help you choose. Yeah, it's been awesome having people visit this new space. It's coming together, and we get way more visitors than we used to in our old design studio that was a bit more of a lab and a cave. So this is way more of a open space for everybody to come visit. We can have more events and things. And
yeah, keep your eyes peeled for. We've had a couple open houses. I guess one in this space so far, and we'll be doing those more frequently. So yeah, if you're passing through or are in town, then of course come visit, or anytime for that matter. We're here pretty much every day, and we'll have regular store hours at some point, but chances are good that if you swing by any day of the week, someone will be around.
Tony, the most important question here is I haven't seen it come up yet, but somebody always asks how many beers fit in it. But now we have 3 different sizes, so we might just have to kind of eyeball it.
This is the part where I was talking about, theoretically it holds X number of liters or, that much liquid. It gets heavy really fast. But I think with the 30, you can definitely fit 30, 15, 30 plus beers in here without even taking them out of the packaging. This one, I'm sure you can fit at least 24 beers. That's probably 2. Yeah, bunch of beers in there. And then the 50, I mean, geez, that's going to be a lot of beers.
Yeah. And no, it's not a cooler, but it is waterproof. So people do sometimes just stick beers and ice in the bag and just serve it up. So
yeah.
It's an option in a pinch, but obviously if that's your main focus, you should order one of our soft cooler bags.
Yeah.
What else? I don't see any of the other cues coming in. What else could we tell them about it? Like different use cases or something? What's your favorite?
Well, I mean, on the weekend, that's why the paddleboard is behind us here, is I was using it for a float down the river with the paddleboard, and as per usual, I used some of our Rux carabiners and just clipped those into the lash points on the bottom here, and then just clipped directly into these lash points on the board, and works like a dream. You have your stuff secure but accessible on your board. It's very nice, and summer just kicked in here, so probably be doing that a few more times this year.
Nice. Daily. That came up again, some customers just the other day. So it's part of the reason it's way better, like you said, is just the access to your gear. So a lot of people have a tubular roll top bag, and you can shove it under the tension straps on your board, but then you never bother to touch anything that you brought. Whereas this bag sits upright, it's still totally accessible, so you can have a picnic on your board and go from there. Maybe not as extreme as the guy I saw in the lake last summer who had a little table and chair and a laptop on his sup, which I thought was a little cheeky. There was a bit of a current and it's glacier-fed water, but he found his place. So,
True digital nomad.
Yeah. For me, my recent finds, I made a video about the rad power bike that we just got. And the rack, the large size rack on the front fits the 50 liter, like as if we had a design partnership going. It's that perfect. So that'd be really good. It's way handier than having a dumb bike specific bag, because I can use it for shopping, family, gear, whatever. And then it's actually easy to carry and it's waterproof. So that was a win. And then I'm converted on the 15 liter, because I used to always take the 25 liter as my +1 on the airplane. And it's a little cheeky because that's awfully big for a man purse. And so Tony said you should take the 15 on my most recent trip, and I did, and it was awesome. It carried everything that I should have brought.
On our latest trip, I had an earlier prototype on our last trip to Vietnam, and what I was doing was putting the 15 behind my feet once we were in flight, obviously, because they tell you to put it under the seat in front of you. But once I was in flight, I put it under my legs like that so I could fully stretch out, and then my stuff was very accessible. I had the little panel in there with my cables and, all the things that I wanted to grab during the flight. So the 15 is kind of ideal in that scenario. And like Jamie said, doesn't raise any eyebrows in the personal item department.
There's not many bags that you would take on an airplane that you'd also chuck off a boat when you get on your trip.
Yeah. And then when we were walking around in Ho Chi Minh in the start of monsoon season, my stuff stayed dry. It was great.
What else have people been asking that I've seen?
Another thing we can recommend with for organization is our packing cubes. These fit really well. These were I started thinking about rolling the top back on the waterproof bag or tote, because I was doing it with these and I was like, oh, I can do it with this one. Anyways, these just fit really well inside. Say if you want to divvy your stuff up a little bit, these are just like tailor-made for that application. Even our bigger, you know, if you wanted to put our bigger packing bag, these are on our website, and then we will also be launching more versions of these in the coming days. Stay tuned. Here's our packing bag, which is kind of nice. And this one, if you squish it down like so, you can compress it. And nice thing with that is if you put that in the bottom of your waterproof bag, then you still have lots of room on top. You can still close the bag. Everything's waterproof, but divvied up. These can go in like little Tetris bricks. Another nice little thing is if you are using that on a weekend or something and you do need to kind of like just grab a bag as a second bag, you can always take the straps from the waterproof tote and use those on any
Pretty much anything we make.
on basically anything we make, but basically you can just do this, chuck this strap on here. I also happen to think that this bronze and white combo is quite fetching.
Yeah, to call these packing cubes is definitely an understatement because they're also compression bags and totes
so
and
you
day
have a
bags
nice
now.
little shopping bag that you can use in a variety of ways. You can open it up like so.
It does look good.
Oh, and then if you have our packing, one of the pockets, I've lost the pocket. Stand by.
On the hunt for a Rux Pocket, the 2-liter. So yeah, the bags Tony's showing, it's our Rux packing system. So there's a 20-liter bag, the 10-liter cube, and the 2-liter pocket, which he's just found. You can buy them as a set or individually, and yeah, they fit well with these bags that we're talking about.
That you can attach the strap to, so then you got yourself a little. Yeah.
They tie the room together well. They fit well in these bags. They fit in the 70-liter, and they fit in a bunch of future products that we have coming up as well. Yeah, it's a good one for sure. Maybe while we're in system mode.
Panel.
Yeah, panel and maybe those utility straps, like a set of those we could show. There's definitely more to these bags once you start to use them more and use them with the Rux system. I think they'll definitely stand out a lot from what you're... I was just thinking just our utility straps, like how you're describing with the...
Maybe I'll show some.
We're going hunting. Justin, while we're at it, is there any fresh comments that I missed or questions?
Just the size one.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing how everybody uses these bags when they get them and where they take them. It's always awesome getting the feedback and the reviews on the website and the photos, of course. Yeah, I have a feeling these bags will go to some pretty unique places from what I've seen so far. And Tony's just grabbing a few more goodies. Oh, some of them are from the future, but they are consistent with what you can also order.
Yeah, while we're at it, I thought I'd just show you this for real here. These are our little carabiners that we sell. They just happen to fit perfectly into the lash points. So again, if you're gonna connect your waterproof tote to a paddleboard, this is a really convenient way of doing it. You just take those and clip them directly into those D-rings on the board. and then the bag's not coming off. It's not really flopping around. It's very perfect. Here are the panels. Like Jamie said, these.
I have one.
You have one?
Yeah.
I'll show you the current ones. Yes. So here's a current panel. Jamie's using it as his sort of tech panel, cables, pens, all the accoutrement, notebook, and then actually Jamie's small laptop, like a regular size MacBook, fits in here. So again, as your carry-on for flying in the 15 liter, this fits very well, and then you still have room for a sweater or whatever else you want to have on flight with you. So those are the panels. They're sold in sets of 2 because they also go into the Ruck 70 as organization, and then also to help rigidify the Ruck so it becomes much more of a box. So
Those have been well received to the point that we're sold out in Canada, but we will order more as soon as we can.
we're receiving these in August,
I
I believe.
debatable, but we do have them in the U.S. and in Europe, and so more to come. We'll look into that. But yeah, things are looking good there. They're a lot of fun, and I think you had one more.
Oh yeah, and then we also have, of course, the utility straps, which are just classic TPU tie-down straps. They work for everything, and the Rux has enough lash points down here that you can use those if you need to attach it to, say, a bike rack or something like that for added security.
And those are restocking as well if for some reason if they're not available in your location or maybe the color you're looking for. We've got a few more coming in August as well, but there should be at least some colors for everybody right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those would be all the things, yes, that we can probably talk about at the
Decent
moment.
summary, yeah. Otherwise, yeah, like I said, there's less than 24 hours left. It's been amazing so far. Thank you to everybody who's backed the campaign. Kind of come full circle. It's how we launched our whole brand and really put us on the map. And we've been trying to make products for you ever since. So just getting the feedback and having this be so well received has been awesome. And yeah, anything else to add or think?
No, just a big thank you for anyone who's supported us in this campaign or over the 5 years that we've been going. And yeah, we just have a lot more things coming out. Keep your eyes peeled. We'll be doing something in the fall, another launch. And yeah, stuff's arriving in August, so restock on a bunch of things. Yeah, just thank you so much. It's been a journey.